2 letters, 1 word. The meaning of life. Yeah. Previously on Kimba TV. Hey, can you imagine if we get to like 30,008 today? Oh, Bugatti. So, we'll see if it wants to do the thangity thing. You already know where I want to short, correct? Because where I want to short hasn't changed since Monday. You know, that's more to sweep. You know what would be crazy going into the weekend? Bitch. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Boy, quit playing with me. I like woke up early and everything, and I was gonna start the stream early, and then I saw where we were, and you know what I did? I went to IHOP. I was like, the gang don't need me. The gang don't need me. Let me go to IHOP and get these chocolate chip pancakes. Bugatti, how we doing? Do you believe? He's it too, but yeah, this trade is gonna probably push us over the 5 mil. So we set out at the beginning of the year to go from 100K to a mil. We are now close to 5 mil. If you guys don't care, all the VIPs, you guys don't care if the new layout is up, right? If I just go in and show the default, the old layout with the MEXC and just to show the positions. Yeah, LPZ and all the people in longs. We got to do some TA. Cause we might go higher. I'm just thinking to myself, there's a lot of shorts that came in right here with stops right here, man. Holy shit. And it's like, we've already seen this, so imagine if it does that. Right here, it's gonna go break. There's so many stops here right now. So, yeah. If it does this, break. So single prints down here. Maybe we have like a little bit of a, and then we go back again. That's possible too. So we got to do a little bit of TA, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what it is? It's monthly options today. It's Friday, so Boo Gamma. LPZ says I barely TP'd too. Yeah. But I'm on the higher time frame, so yeah, I would say this is going to be an interesting level because, again, if these were 5-minute candles, we already know what the Don Diddley. If you did this, we talked about this already, and you put your stop loss like this, your average entry is what? Like right here, right below the 7.5, right? You're already in profit. You can't lose anyways. So if you took Kimba box and you're in a nice little short, you can't lose. So just be careful. You have a lot of people getting into shorts, and you have stops right behind that high. What's up with that? So just a heads up, but if you did take the Kimba box short, that's awesome. So Coinbase and CME kind of did a goofy ass thing. In my opinion, the sweep isn't complete, but it swept the sweep. So in a weird way, it is acceptable to be in a short. So if you're already in a short, just watch those fibbies. Single prints, and the gammas. Rangy says greedy goblin laugh. Well, I don't think I'm being greedy because I'm not really bearish until this loses it to 0.5 and it does a bearish retest on the golden pocket, right? If these were 5-minute candles, we would see it lose the golden pocket, go to the 0.5 and do a bearish retest at 618. That's when I would start to get bearish. If I was already in a short, I would be mentally prepping myself to get round tripped or stopped out, right? And if I don't, then that's awesome. But this is not the CVD setup that you would want to see to get into a short. So we'll see. It's Friday, so maybe we do have like a single print pullback. I don't want to like just contaminate anybody that's already in like a short. So. What's bizarre is this short right here could cause more liquidations than all of these because all of these retail shorters, they have now gone in mega big right there. It's so funny. It's like the goofy shit I used to do back in the day, you know? Like this short doesn't work, this short doesn't work, this short doesn't work, this short doesn't work. Okay, we're gonna go big dick short right here. Try to make up for it. Yeah. Anyways, just protect your capital. Don't let a green trade turn red, y'all. You don't need to do that on a Friday or a weekend. So just, anyways. Swift Raven says, did we do the Coinbase sweepy? Like I said, it's not exactly how we would want it, but it's acceptable because it swept the swept. Does that make sense? So I think this is like a classic look. Like this is technically a swing fail of the previous level. So this could be like an acceptable short. And like we've seen this before. Maybe we go grab the single print and then we do a third hit. Alpezy is asking 32.6. Man, that would be in play. Here's why I don't want to TP the thing, because I want to try to get like a 1 mil or like $1.5 million trade live. And if we rotate to 32.6, I'm going to get like 1.4 mil. But so Alpezy, this is what I want to see. Did you hear everything that I was saying about how there's a lot of interesting stop losses right there? I want to see the reaction here. If this takes us beyond 30,800, then we're probably going to go to 32.6. It's like the shorts are dictating where we're going to go right now. So I want to see the reaction here. I want to see the reaction right here. If it pops to 30,008, oh my God, or higher, I think we're going to rotate to 32.6, Alpezy. Yeah, it's crazy because everybody that was shorting, and you can imagine we've all done it too, right? It's almost like everybody that was shorting here that got wrecked, they have now gone all in here. Because the open interest and the delta keeps going like this. So it's like the guy that got wrecked shorting here, the guy that got stopped out right here, the guy that got stopped out right here, the guy that got stopped out right here, he is now almost all in right here. And he is praying to God it works so he can make all his money back. So I don't know. What I got to do is I got to see the reaction here. You know what would be extremely bearish? That's a failed auction. Okay, Alpezy. So this whole thing right here, this move up, we got to pay attention to it. And all jokes aside, don't be greedy. It's the weekend. You know you could close the whole long and probably get back in it. You know that. Raptor Easa says, I'm curious about the stop loss when you talk about the Kimmelbach short. At first, you said those in the short cannot lose because the stop loss would be at break even. And a minute ago, you said stop loss. What did you decide to favor? So when you are entering, okay, when you're getting filled, Raptor Yeezus, you're going to do this. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go top heavy, okay? I like 1, 2, 3, 4 because what's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4? It's 10, right? So let's say, for example, that I wanted to get in on a 100 Bitcoin position. I'm going to go 40, 30, 20, 10, okay? So I'm going to divide this quadrant up into 4 areas. And those are, I have 40 Bitcoin, 30 Bitcoin, 20 Bitcoin, 10. So if I get fulfilled, then I have 100 Bitcoin and it's top heavy and my average is usually right in front of the 7.5. All right. And that's your stop loss. Once you get filled and you start to make lower lows and things like this is like right here. As soon as that happened, you needed to start thinking about moving your stop loss and profit. Now, if you are super confident, Raptor Yeezus, okay, and you're gonna say, nah, Kimba, failed auction, my guy. Clearly, you don't want to get stopped out. Just keep it right there. Okay? But when you notice that the open interest is not going up, that's not as bearish. So you have to understand that mathematically, you have a little bit of a chance, like we're talking about 52% chance you're going to get round tripped and 48% chance you're going to be able to make a lower low. Okay, so there's a tiny edge that you're going to get stopped out. So based off of that math and the probability, you may want to put your stop loss at break even. Okay, now combine that with the fact that it is the weekend. It's Friday. You don't have traditional markets helping you. You don't have Boo Gamma helping you. Do you really want to be that sure on your position? So with all things considered, I think most people would put their stop loss at break even. But Yeezus, there is no right or wrong. Everyone has to man up and figure out what is the best for them. Okay? So the correct by the book play, Raptor, would be to try to put your stop loss at break even or tiny profit. Like I said, if you went 1, 2, 3, 4, if you went top heavy, your stop loss is usually right there. This is a free roll. Okay? If you're if you're super certain that it's going to be a failed auction and you don't want to get stopped out, then put it behind the 886 or put it behind this 886. Okay, but there's a difference between waiting to get filled and then once you're filled, looking at the data and deciding if you still have the edge, right? You don't want to be the guy to just get filled and say, fuck it, I'm going to just let fate decide what's going to happen to me. Why would you do that? Once you get filled, your job as a trader isn't done. In fact, it's starting, right? You got to be able to look at the data after you get filled and figure out if it's still working for you in your favor or not, right, Yeezus? And based off of that, you might want to move your stop loss in front of the entry. So I guess the point is you still need to look at the data once you get filled and make sure that your edge is maintained. All right, Yeezus, that's basically the point of it. But there's no right or wrong, Yeezus, okay? Jimmy Rectangle says, are you in a short or schlong? I'm in a schlong. I think I was up like close to 380. Now I'm down to like 230. Will we do weekend stream this month? I don't think so, Feel Gut. I don't think so. I think I don't want to half-ass it because the weekend streams are really a nerd out stream, you know, and I want to make sure that I don't half-ass it. I don't want to like come start the stream and like freestyle it. I actually want to put together some notes and like make sure I'm actually going to be making sense and shit. Alpeasy says, Kimba, got any strategy for a stop loss that you suggest over the weekend if you don't want to get stopped out on a long? Okay, so you see this peak right here? That's going to make me do this. The first order of business would be from here. So, I would say that if you get candle closes below the 0.5 or below this point of control, you see how this is pixel fucking, you see this? LPZ, you start to get body candle closes, and I'm talking about the whole thing. You see how this body and this wick is still here? I'm talking about a whole individual candy bar. Below this, I think it would be safe to start stopping it out because you're probably rotated here. The awkwardness is if traditional markets were open, I wouldn't long this. In fact, if it was weekday, I would say this is going to get shit on. It's going to come down here. But since it is the weekend and since, you know, during the weekend, laws of physics don't apply, maybe you get something like that because swing high, swing low, golden pocket. The Big Daddy golden pocket is right at a single print. Almost pixel perfect to the 6.6. So I would just, because there's really no, like you've got this right here. So maybe you start shaving after that line, but this you really don't want to lose because you can see they're trying hella hard to hold that bitch. Okay. So what I would do, LPZ, is identify point of controls, Fibonacci level. So you see what I'm saying though? So you could almost say, bro, if we make a lower low, I'm going to start to get out and then maybe I can re-enter. Something like that, Alpeasy. It's so hard over the weekend. I'm going to set an alarm right here. Maybe like $50, $70, $80 before the single print so I can look at the interest. Or excuse me, the open interest. All right, Alpeasy. It depends on what your entry is here. But, you know, if this, like, for example, if you plan on closing out around here, you had to have already TP'd And if this goes back, you have to shave a little bit here. This shaving a little bit here and stopping it out here, they're complementary. So if you're going to make a commitment to close out here, you have to realize some profits here. Just it doesn't have to be like the whole thing, you know, but you really have to respect that. And you remember what we talked about? If it loses that lower low, it's supposed to nuke. So that's why I don't really know if you would want to long that if it rejects from here. But again, it's the weekend, so who knows? Roger that. And you can always hedge too, Alpair, if you don't want to close out your long, which is another option. So sounds good, LPZ. Whatever happens, though, you're Gucci, you know. And I think conceptually, you know, for the most part, okay, we were talking about that wick is going to get recovered. It recovered like 82%, 85%. So that's not bad. All right. And then Alpizi, you're also looking at this. Right? So if these were 5-minute candles, what would we want? Puncture. That would be extremely bullish, right? And it wouldn't make it like if you see this, that's okay too over the weekend. We've seen that before too. These are just the most important fibs. This range right here. Okay, and then you got point of control, you got a little bit of thangity thing, and you got single print. Alrighty. Holy shit, what a week, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you guys asked some really good questions about like where I would put the stop loss and stuff like that. So I'm going to just try to not get stopped out over the weekend. I still think there's a chance for a higher high. So I'll probably TP the whole thing on the next higher high. But you know, we can identify the levels, but you still got to see what the open interest, CVD, all that stuff kind of is leaning towards. So if it pulls back or does a swing failure pattern and the open interest is not increasing, like if you're in a short, that's probably not bearish. So just be careful, all right? Cabanis, B. Bella, Bagabounds, Alpha Toxin, Antillum, Reba Mustang, Jesus Killuminati, Jimmy Rectangles. Hussein says, Kimba, look at .btc. Yep, but we still need to go here. More. Yeah, it's getting there, though. We might be doing some spot buying on Monday. Alrighty, Market Maker. Let's make it official. Wait, God damn it, Sato. He's always getting into positions too early. He's always showing up on my stream too early. Marnello. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, longers, rooting for you. Shorters, rooting for you. Bulls and Bears, we're all Lions, y'all. All right, it's the weekend. Stay safe. And remember, all right, y'all, have a great weekend. Love ya. Have a great night. Oh, shit, there's my alarm. I got to get going. Peace, everybody. All right, Sato, let them know what happens, what's going to happen if they don't put a stop loss on weekend trades.